Yes, thanks for reminding me, Viv.
Good.
Right.
That would have been
I'm happy to go first.
Lovely, thank you, Penny.
Because the best bit for me was your phone call. Because it was really lovely to have that focus and that extra help. Because I realised I hadn't been applying enough of the deep blue, well, enough of any of it really, and so I went a bit more mad with it because I thought, well, I'm at the end, so I can just use it all up now. And it definitely has done the trick. I've not had any pain at all since then.
Amazing! Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's brilliant news, Penny.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased. Thank you for sharing. Have we got anyone else who's ready to share some of theirs?
I don't mind. I'm quite happy to go. Obviously, you've probably all been bored of hearing about my sleeping this week, but just the fact that I have slept was awesome. Obviously, other than that one night, it's been brilliant just to be able to actually go to bed. I was even trying to be a bit defiant one day and tried to see if I could keep myself awake, and I just couldn't. So that was awesome.
Oh, I've loved your updates actually, and your photos with happy or sad faces. It's been amazing.
Sorry, my little girl has just said, and don't forget to tell them about me. I slept as well, so she did have a little bit of lavender oil, her nighttime perfume, as we've now named it, and it's been great.
Amazing. That's brilliant. I love the post about all the cuddles in the morning.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Not grumpy about them coming in. I can definitely that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Hi.
That's okay.
Lovely, please. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think at the beginning, I thought, wow, people are having these big wow moments. I want a wow moment. And then I had to put the expectations right and say, Lise, for about 40 years, you haven't had decent sleep. So you're not going to fix that in 24 hours. It just doesn't work that way. And actually, I have seen progress. I've really enjoyed the study, and it's helped me with a routine around bedtime, which I think is helping as well, because it's helped me with, you know, because I've had to create a routine for the oils, I've created a bedtime routine. You know, I take the soft gel caps, I read a couple of chapters of my book, I put the oils on, then I put some more oils on as I get ready to sleep. I've also been dropping a few in the diffuser as well at night. And I have really noticed some difference. It's been progress. It's been slow, but actually the last few days, it's sort of picked up a little bit. And I think if I continued, it would be even more. Yeah, but routine has been good.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's so true. We do that with, like, for children, everyone has a bedtime routine, and then for ourselves, we kind of and expect to switch off. So that's brilliant. That's definitely an excellent result as well. And so we've got someone else coming in as well. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. Anyone else fancy going next?
I'll go. I was on the digestion. I think mostly we're on the hay fever or the sleeping. I've got the opposite. I'm sleeping during the TV in the evening, so I've got no problems falling asleep. I do suffer with hay fever, but it's not severe. It's mild, so I'm happy with just taking a tablet a day and a bit of Beckinase. But with the digestion, I've noticed since I've been going through the menopause and taking HRT, I was feeling bloated, and definitely my metabolism slowed down. And I think by taking the oils and the capsules, it's better.
That's brilliant. The bloating and calm. That's brilliant. Thank you, Baljeet. I love that you've almost nominated yourself for the other studies. That's brilliant, though. Who else have we got? I think someone said hi.
Hi, it's me, Raki.
Hello, Raki.
Hi. Yes, I'm introduced by Renata Marquez. She introduced to doTERRA, and she has been sending me a few samples as I'm interested in using doTERRA products. And so lately she sent me for hay fever, the 3 oils: peppermint, lavender, and which one was the third one?
Lemon.
Sorry,
Lemon.
lemon. I mixed all that in water, and I gave it to him in the morning, so he felt better with his hay fever. And the other thing was last week, yes, she also, Renata also sent me some sample of capsules for digestion.
Yeah.
And same, I was feeling bloated that day, I think. And it actually helped. It made me, feel lighter, and it did help, yes. So I'm quite impressed.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's really lovely feedback. Renata's very, very good at giving people TLC so that they can get the results you want. So that's really, really nice. So I've got someone struggling to come on. Lovely. I think we've managed to get them on. Hello, Helen. Welcome.
Hi, sorry.
That's all right. I saw you pop up a couple of times. I thought, oh, is she getting on?
Yeah, I didn't have any audio, so I had to log in outside of our cloud. So sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. Not to worry. We were just inviting everyone to share some of their best experiences. So I'm not putting you on the spot. You totally don't have to, but if you would like to, you're very welcome to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just that I found the oils are really good. I mean, I would typically use lavender at night, but I found the 2 oils, the vetiver and the serenity combined, just, I don't know, they just helped me get off to sleep quicker. And the only thing I could do with them is making me stay asleep for longer, because I wake really early still in the morning. But yeah, they were brilliant. And I used the capsules, but for the last couple of nights I didn't, and I didn't see much of a difference. So I think just the oils by themselves worked really well for me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So just one thing with regards to the length of the sleep, the diffuser might be your way forward, because that means that it will continuously be coming to you all the way through.
Yeah.
One of the things that could help with the length of the sleep. So
I would just add to that, Helen, that I spoke to Catherine a couple of days ago about where I was with mine, and she mentioned about maybe using a diffuser as well, because I'd got a diffuser and I did that last night and it did make a difference. So definitely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I have got a diffuser, but I keep it downstairs. I normally have it on in the day when I'm working. And once I left it on at night, and I was just really worried. I kept waking up or not being able to sleep properly because I was worried about leaving it on throughout the night.
It's not a heating one.
Yeah.
So you're going to say, Catherine?
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's a water one, and actually, so what happens with the doTERRA ones is that they have a setting where it comes on for 5 minutes and goes off for 5 minutes. But they all have a safety setting on it. I can't remember if you have a doTERRA one or not. I can't remember if it is.
No, it's not a doTERRA one. But it has got like I think it has got a thing where it's meant to go off after like five hours or something like that. But yeah, because I'm just not used to having things on like that at night, I was just paranoid that I was going to burn the house down or something.
Sorry, I was going to say I'm the same. I have OCD and anxiety. I worry about everything. But as soon as it runs out of water, it switches itself off.
Yes.
And after a certain time it does. And actually, it's not bothered me. I've been okay with it. They are perfectly safe.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
The other really awesome thing about the doTERRA ones, because of course we all want to sleep longer than 5 hours, and they do a 10 to 12 hour one. And so that makes a massive difference, because it means that the reason why it makes a difference, and this is important for everybody, no matter which study you're in, is it's basically how long the wheels are in your body and how long your body's using them for. So they're in your bloodstream for about 3 to 4 hours, really, and some slightly less and some slightly more. So if your plan is, okay, I want to feel less pain for X amount of time, you want to increase how many times you're using it. But if it's sleep, you want your body to be absorbing them throughout the night, so you're topping it up so that you do get the sleep on the other side of that 5 or 4 to 5 hours. And that's what's really, really powerful. So it's definitely one to have a look at.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any other volunteers? I think we've had some from pain, some from sleep.
I'll go next.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Demelza.
I did the sleep study. My voice is slowly returning after it mysteriously disappeared on me this week. So I suppose one thing I have been doing is I've been diffusing quite an array of oils at night. Started off with frankincense and lavender. And I suppose for me, it wasn't until I actually added the sandalwood and the copaiba to the mix. That's when I kind of really sort of noticed.
Okay.
And I think it was Lisa or Sam, one of you ladies said, it's that you do wake up, but you're not as conscious when you do wake up. And I was like, that's it, that's exactly what it is. Because before, my broken sleep had been so bad, it's almost like I keep having to get to the toilet, or I'm getting it because I have a nighttime cough, which is down to hay fever and acid reflux as well. So I've been looking at all of these different areas and the pain and the digestion and things. So I'm going to be trying a few of the other areas as well on my own. So in terms of the sleep tablets, I think it was just a really nice calming effect. And I would even go as far as to say a little bit of sort of sedation. But I don't know if that is, again, I resonate very much with Lisa and having that sort of bedtime routine. That really sort of helps, gets you into the swing of things, and it sort of gets you into that little sort of comfy zone. But yeah, I almost felt that little bit of sort of sedative effect. I don't know if that's prevalent with the Serenity pills, but
Yeah.
I've already got my buy one get one free, so I'll be carrying on those.
Amazing.
So yeah,
It's really powerful, isn't it? And actually, you almost think, how's that even possible with natural alternatives?
Yeah.
But the thing that often people will say is, well, hang on a minute, I don't want to feel drowsy, but you don't have any of that. It's that really calming effect without that secondary side effect that most of those medications have, and that's what's really exciting about it.
And I know some of you will have noticed that I had an 11-hour sleep on a school night, which was like amazing. So I was so much more alive yesterday. I was really productive at work, and I could definitely feel my concentration levels were a lot better, to the point where I worked a lot through the evening and I only actually had about 4 hours sleep last night. However, I've actually gone through the whole day and I haven't had that daytime sort of like I'm literally dropping off because I've got chronic fatigue. So I actually haven't had that for the first time, which has been really unusual. And it's like, oh, is this what being normal is kind of all about?
Oh, that's
kind of
so
liking
good.
this. So yeah, that was an unexpected thing today. I was expecting to be really knackered and sort of struggle, but no, I've been okay. So it's all good.
Yay. Oh, thank you so much for sharing, Demelza. That's amazing.
No problem.
All right. If there's anyone else who'd like to share anything, then please do.
Follow on from that as well with the tablets. That's what I've been thinking. I was a bit reluctant at first because I've got 3 boys, and generally at some point through the night they all come in, or it's musical beds, or trying to get someone back to sleep, or there's an accident. So and I didn't want to take them and then be like a zombie, because sometimes if I've taken antihistamine, it's like hitting a brick wall, isn't it? And you just can't move. And I thought it would give me that kind of effect, and it hasn't. And in the mornings when I'm usually like, please just give me 5 more minutes because I need time to wake up, I'm waking up more alert. And yeah, not feeling
amazing. Yeah. That's brilliant. Thank you, Jo. As Catherine said, that is one of the things, is that it doesn't have a long half-life, so it doesn't stay in your system for very long, so you don't end up with that lengthy process afterwards of then waking up. Which is great, so thank you so much. I don't want to shut anyone down or not give anyone the opportunity if you would like to share. So if there's anyone else who would like to, please do. And if not, I'm going to move on. And there was some lovely feedback that we had. So these are just a few that we captured, but there were so many that we could have put up here. Loved the fact that this was one of my favourites actually, because it really relates. I can really relate to that, of being able to enjoy quality time as a family. Falling in love with these 3 oils, that was in relation to the pain oils, because let's face it, when you're in pain constantly, things are pretty hard. So I loved the less bloating and different ways of using them. This was a lovely one, that the tablet was too large to swallow, so this lady was putting it in her smoothie, and hasn't had any bloating. So it's just finding a way for it to work best for you. And just, you know, and this is one of the things about the study that was so lovely, is that everyone was sharing what's working for them. So thank you. I hope you understand how much it has meant to us to hear all of your experiences, because it's really been incredible for us. Now, what I want to share with you now is this. So give a man, you all know this principle of give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, or actually I think you're all women actually, give women some oils and you help them for a week. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So we want to teach you to be able to take that control, take that power, so that you can consistently have these results, so that you can have the impact that you're looking for consistently. So using that principle, we want to share with you how you can get the oils into your home. So the first way is retail. We don't tend to encourage that because it's the most expensive way, but it is available for anyone who's desperately wanting to do it retail. The second way is wholesale, and this is by setting up a wholesale membership. So it costs £24 to set up the wholesale membership, which is a customer account. And then it's kind of like a Costco membership, where you then access everything at 25% below the retail price. So it's definitely a better way than going for the retail cost. The third way is below wholesale, and this is by using one of the pre-made starter kits that doTERRA have put together, and they waive the £24 fee with any of their pre-made starter kits. So we'll share the 2 main ones with you today, but we also have some bespoke ones based on the ones that you were using as well. But the big key is obviously if it's a bundle, then you're getting more oils for your money, and you don't pay the £24. So that's a really good benefit. So the main and the most popular kit that we have is called the Home Essentials Kit. Now you'll notice a few familiar oils that you've come across within the study. You've got your Deep Blue as an oil instead of a rub, but it's a very similar usage. You've got your Digescen for the digestion issues. You've got your lemon, lavender and peppermint for your hay fever, and I think they're all the ones that were related to this study. Oh, sorry, the lavender for the sleep as well. So as I can't remember who mentioned that lavender is the first starting point often. We've kind of upped that to Serenity because we wanted to target it and kind of go all in with you. So this is the Home Essentials Kit. So it's 10 core oils and the diffuser is included with that. So it's a really good kit, probably my favourite one out of all of them, and you save a fair bit as well. The other popular one is called the Family Essentials Kit, and this is those core 10 oils. They're the same 10 oils, but they are 5ml bottles instead of 15ml. So you can see the difference between the two. You're getting 85 drops in the 5ml ones and 250 in the 15ml ones. But again, you've got those same lavender, lemon and peppermint for the hay fever, Digescen for digestion and peppermint, and then the Deep Blue for pain and the lavender for the sleep. So you've got something in there to cover everything. So a few of you actually mentioned, oh, I'm doing this one, but I can see how that one would help me, like that study. this would be a great all-rounder to be able to cover most things, and then it's a case of then adding on the additional items if needed, because you may find, as some of you are already doing your own little trials, that you are altering some of the usage and still finding that you had results, which is great. Now with this, these are the ones that we've put together as part of the oils that we're using. So this is the digestion kit, so that comes to the wholesale, including the customer account, would be 103 compared to retail 105. Now that seems like a very small difference. That's because of the £24 that's added on, but that means that from now on you will get that 25% discount, which is amazing. And we've put the point value here because this will mean something in a moment when I share with you what the promotion is for this month. For now, it doesn't mean a lot to you. The sleep kit is 106 wholesale, and the pain one 111.50 wholesale, and then the hay fever one is 87.75 wholesale. So this was literally the set of oils that you had as samples for the duration of the study. So what I do want to share with you is that we have some extra gifts for you. So if you are choosing your starting point by Friday, then we've got some extra little gifts for you. This is Wild Orange and Balance. These are two of my absolute favorite oils, which is why I love to be able to give them, because I know how much benefit they give me. So Wild Orange is a lovely one to combine with your lavender, for example, for sleep, or for anxiety or any sorts of stress. It's a natural mood lifter. And Balance is a grounding blend, meaning that it helps you to not lose your rag. So if any of you are inclined to lose your rag, Balance is an amazing oil to have. I usually put it on my diffuser bracelet so then I can smell it, and my children totally know if I'm smelling my bracelet, I'm feeling the burn and they need to just let me breathe. So these are two oils that we would love to give to you if you're choosing your starting point by Friday. And I mentioned the points being of importance. That is of importance this month because if you're enrolling with an order over 100 points, which 2 out of the 4 do, but there's a way to tweak the other 2, and then you're placing an order in August, July, August, then you need 100 points in September to spend on whatever you want to spend it on. Now, I wanted to highlight to you what that means and what that 100 points looks like. These are some of the things that you can get for 100 points. So it's a really substantial amount. This is all your cleaning and your immune boosting oils and products. This is part of the kids collection, which is amazing for using if you've got children. And these are some of our favorite citrus oils and your oregano, which is amazing against any sort of pathogens of any kind, so viruses, bacteria, fungus. So this is just an example. This is not defined as this. It's just an example so that you can see what it looks like and what it means, because 100 points doesn't mean a lot in other places. Like 100 club card points isn't really a huge amount. So this is roughly equivalent to £100. So what happens now? What I want you to do is to text the person who invited you to the study to say that you've completed your post-study questionnaire and you've attended your review session. They're likely already on with you, but I want you to just text that to them. And the next thing that will happen is you will receive an email with an order form, which will look like this, to help you to choose your best starting point. Now, this has the kits on there. If you're opting for one of the, like the digestion kit, the sleep kit, the ones that were in your samples, then you will simply write those products in the bottom. There's a section on the form for you to be able to write that on that form. And the third thing that will happen is that the person who invited you to the study will give you a call either this evening or tomorrow to help you get started. As you've probably noticed on the study, the support that is provided with using the oils is really significant, and it's something that we feel really passionate about, that you are empowered and really given that control to be able to do the things that you want to do. And as part of that, so part of your wholesale or your customer membership, your customer account, you get what's called a wellness consultation. And this is basically a session where we focus all around you, whether it's what you were using in the study or anything else that you would like to address, then we can help you to be able to create a daily routine. It was one of the things that a few of you have highlighted is how much this has given you a focus on the importance of a daily routine. And so if we can help you to create a daily routine that will help to support you in many aspects of your health, that is really powerful, and that's what we're here to do. And then as part of this as well, we can highlight a few books that are really helpful, usage books, and we give you as a gift, a free gift, a Droply app, which is a usage app, and that one's one that we gift to you. And then, in case that wasn't enough, to give you the confidence to use them, you know, really to your best benefit, we do continuing education every Wednesday. So after this at 8 o'clock, Catherine is running a women's health and hormones session as part of our continuing education program. But we do these every Wednesday at 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock, and you get access to that for free as part of your membership. So it's a really, really supportive community that you have kind of stepped into, and we would love to be able to support you to be able to take those next steps. Now, I wanted to just give you, and I'm going to pause for a second, just to open up if there's any questions about any of this. You totally unmute yourselves, and please ask any questions that you have or any comments that you would like to make. Are very, very welcome. And then I'm going to do a very brief introduction to those of you who, I know quite a few of you, which is really touching as well, that quite a few of you have said that you would like to host a class for your friends and family, which is lovely. It means you've had a positive experience for one, and that you're looking to kind of help other people to benefit from these oils as well. So I will give a little introduction to what that looks like, is sharing the oils, and it can be the very casual version, which is hosting a class, or it can be, actually this was incredible, I want to do this as a business, and that's what I'll give a little bit more detail about for those of you who are interested in that. So I'm just going to pause, and Catherine, is there anything you wanted to add to that?
No, I think, yeah, it's just a case of what I love about the set. So some of you may be thinking, do you know what, I just want to get the oils that I've been using. But like Lindsay mentioned, if that's those core 10 are the foundation, and we've been using these oils, I've been using them for probably 5.5 years now, and I still reach for those core 10. And that's where the power is. Yes, you have specifics going on with this case study, that's kind of like your main priority, but other things come in, whether it be coughs, colds, whatever it is that kind of comes in, you've got an oil that can then support you. And it's so empowering. And actually what I love to hear about, you know, some of the feedback was that you always felt like you had to reach for a tablet because you thought that was the only way. We were exactly the same. And it is so empowering to know that there is a natural alternative that you can actually reach for. And so, and actually Demelza sharing a lot of the things that she's been experiencing as well, it just, again, I loved it. I just love being able to hear people reaching for different things that are supporting them so much. So thank you so much for all of your, you know, sharing, and just, yeah, and just hearing how empowered you've been has just been so wonderful.
Thank you, Catherine. All right, so if there's no questions, you can totally post them in the chat, and Catherine will be able to monitor that and answer any questions that come along. So I'm just going to, the last thing I wanted to share with you is this, and we often, when we do these kind of workshops or the study, we come across 3 types of people, and the first type of person is someone who's just desperate to be able to help themselves. And I know some of you have been in that position. Particularly those who are not sleeping or in pain, that you just desperately need to help yourself. And this is an amazing thing to be able to empower you to live that wellness lifestyle. Then we have a second type of person who's usually thought of 3 or 4 or 5 other people who they think, oh my goodness, they could definitely do with these oils. And you think that they, you know, there's people that you want to share these with. And so doTERRA rewards people for sharing the oils with people around them. And this is part of what we were talking about with hosting classes, which I didn't put that on the slides actually. But this is an opportunity that for you to be able to benefit more people who you care about with what you've benefited from. So it's a really, really lovely way to do that. Then there's the third type of person who just thinks this has been such a good experience and has been so rewarding, even just reading the other things that other people are experiencing. And this is totally my tribe. You know, I want to earn an income by doing this and by helping people. And whichever type of person you would put yourself into, whichever category you would place yourself into, we would love to support you to be able to, you know, get on your way. So I wanted to give a little bit more information about that business side of it for those of you who would like to know about it. So I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been using these oils for about 6 years, and we've been doing it as a business more intensively for 4 years once my health concerns were resolved. And that was an incredible power in itself, is to be able to help myself and to get back to my family and be, you know, that less moody, which is why I really related to what you were saying about feeling more like a happier person with your family. And so that was one of the big reasons why we do this as a business, is because I feel a responsibility that actually it's given me hope and my life back. If I can do that for 2, 3, 4, 5 other people, brilliant. If I can do it for 100 more people, amazing. And if then I can then teach other people to be able to do it, then even more people can be supported. And so that's one of the big reasons why we do this. These are a few of the other reasons why we chose doTERRA. I won't read them all out, but for me, it was about the ethics of the company, and they are second to none. And so the founders of the company are an unbelievable team of people, and every single time I come across them, they're not talking to us about how much money we can make or what car you can buy or which holiday you can go on. They're talking about what good they have done in the world in the last year when we see them again, or what the impact of some of the sourcing projects that have been going on, what's the impact of some of the charity work that they've been doing. And that to me really speaks really loudly about what their priorities are. It's about doing good and helping other people. And that's a really big part of it. The other part of it is this, the compensation plan and the high retention rate. And so this is about, sorry, I'm just not coming on, but I think they're actually for the next thing. This is one of the reasons is that I want to be able to have a residual income. We have built and we are continuing to build a residual income with my husband. My husband and I do this full time. And so we get to work our own hours. We get to decide when we're working. And yes, we work hard. Sometimes we work really hard. Sometimes we work not quite so hard, but we get to choose that. And that has never been the case in any of the jobs that I've done, that I get to choose my timetable. So that is a really big thing for me, to be able to be present at every assembly, every school show, every sports day, and for no one to be able to tell me, actually, you can't have the day. That's really, really powerful and really important to me. Now, some of the questions that you might have, if this is something you're looking at, is how do I actually make money? How much time is involved? And how could this work for me? And then your next steps are what to do next. So how do I make money? Well, this week has been this sampling. And we don't usually do a whole week. We usually give a couple of days worth. So what we do is we give people an experience. We look for something that we can help them with. And so if someone has some health concerns going on, then we look at what oil would be able to help them. And then we teach them how to use them, just like we've done with you at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week. And then we enroll them so that they can then get these oils over and over again, as and when they need to, and support them to feel comfortable and confident in that journey. And so then all we do is repeat that process over and over again. And then we look for other people who would like to do this process and who would like to support people as well. and then we mentor them, and there is quite a lot of mentoring that we do, but we are here to support people first and foremost. Now, there is an income potential, and of course we always want to know, well, what does that even mean? And so these are some of the numbers. Now, you'll notice at the beginning it starts off fairly small. It's more of a paying for your oils amount or a slight addition to an income, and then that goes up and up and up as you go through the ranks. And so whatever it is that you're aiming for, whether it's just to earn a little bit of extra money or to replace your income, or multiply your income to something that you would have never thought would have been possible, which is, you know, this Blue Diamond, Presidential Diamond, I would have never thought of earning that much in a month. And so you can see that we are talking about hours going up and then hours going down, and that's really powerful, because this is what the nature of residual income is that you are no longer exchanging your time for money, and that is where the true power and the true freedom lies. So how much time is actually involved? Well, this will depend entirely on what you want to achieve and how quickly you want to achieve it. If you're wanting to pay for your oils, then it's roughly 3 to 5 hours a week will allow you to do that. So that's kind of looking for opportunities to share them, but just kind of casually. I want to supplement my income. That would be 5 to 15 hours a week. So this is looking to have an extra income. Or replacing your income, well, you'll probably want to do that a bit faster. So that's 15 to 30 hours a week to be able to do that. Now, these are average times, and we have a bit of everything. But the last questions I want you to ask yourselves is, could this work for me? Well, one of is if you would like it to work for you, but the one is, could this work for you? And my questions to you, are you passionate about oils and health and natural things? And do you love people and helping people and seeing them thrive? And can you follow a system and get things done? That's the final part to this. And so if the answer to those is yes, then come and talk to us. We would love to support you to be able to get started. But obviously the first thing we want to do is to help you to really have the benefits you've had throughout this study that can last. And that's really our first focus. So I'm just going to stop sharing, and it's just been lovely. I'm really aware of the time. So it's been so lovely to have you on this evening. I hope this has been helpful. As I said, you'll receive a call from the person who invited you on either tonight or tomorrow to help you to figure out your best starting point. But it's been such a privilege to do this with you guys. So thank you so much. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's been really wonderful. So if that's all that comes out of this, I'm really grateful that we did it. So so thank you so much for participating, and don't forget to finish off, if you haven't already done it, your post-study questionnaire, and then that would allow you to also be figuring out getting your little packages together, because lovely participation has been happening. So we've got a few gifts to send out to you as well, and I'd love for that to be a keychain full of oils, for those of you who are setting a date for a hosted class. So I'm going to love you and leave you all, and
can I also add, Lindsay, if they would like to stay on, they can.
Yes.
If you would like to stay on and learn about how women's hormones and health, that's the next class, and it's literally about 35 to 40 minutes long, so it's totally up to you.
Yes.
And that's in this forum. So Lindsay's going to stay on, aren't you? You're just going to leave it on.
Yes.
Just to make sure.
I've just allowed everyone in who's coming in for the health and the hormones class.
Okay. Do you record that one as well? Because I've got to go and put my little one to bed. But
I'm interested in that as well.
Yeah.
But I've got to get the voice.
What you can do is just mute yourself and then put off your camera if you want, and then just kind of have it on in the background. That's what you totally can do.
I don't know if I'll be able to hear what's going on.
I've got to leave my computer downstairs and get my little one upstairs. So if I can watch it at a later time, that'd be
totally. It'll be on Facebook. So if you are not in My Oil Community, then reach out, make sure that you're added to My Oil Community, because that's where all our continued education classes are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Enjoy
thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome everyone.
Bye. And welcome everybody who's coming on to the women's health class. So for those of you just jumping on, it's because we've just done a case study, and we were just finishing off with those people who were involved in that case study, so a week's case study, and we're learning more about how the oils can support them in that way. So, so we're gonna wait a few moments. And Lindsay,
yeah.
if you just mute yourself and take your camera off, that will work, won't it? You can put your camera off as well. Perfect. Probably not the best option actually, because I don't think I'll get the pings if people are coming in. All IT, it's always fun, isn't it?
You
2
will,
seconds.
you will, Catherine, if she makes you host.
Okay, I don't think she's made me host. Let's make sure she makes me host. Thank you, Lisa. Let's have a look, because I don't. Yes, I'm not host.
I'm going to stay on for this if that's okay, but I'm going to switch my camera now off because I'm working at the same time.
Perfect, Lisa, no problem. Okay, so, sorry guys, we will get started in a moment. It's always fun, isn't it? Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Diana. Hi, Ross. That's what I have to do to try and get reception in this house. Sounds so annoying. Let me just see if I can share my screen.